Hi, my name is Kylie Helming, and I'm a senior at Purdue University, majoring in animal sciences with a pre-veterinary concentration. Like you, I'm a recipient of the Pell Grant, as well as the Purdue Promise Scholarship. You may be wondering why exactly that's relevant to the topic we're going to be discussing today, which is studying abroad with scholarships. Well, this summer, I spent a month abroad studying Southeast Asian elephants in Cambodia. This experience was exhilarating, one of the best times I've ever had in my life. However, it was also the first time I've ever been out of the United States, as well as incredibly expensive. Today, I'm going to show you how I was able to afford studying abroad through the use of scholarships that you yourself will have access to throughout your Purdue career. Throughout the course of this presentation, I will be answering three big questions. Where did I study abroad? Why did I study abroad? And most importantly, how did I study abroad? The first bubble on screen represents my program. The School of Field Studies is Elephants of the Cambodian Highlands. When focusing on this program, I will answer the questions of where and why. The second bubble in the middle of the screen represents one of the two major scholarships I utilized for studying abroad, the Purdue Moves Scholarship. And then the third bubble on the far right is the second and most largest contributing scholarship to my experience abroad, the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship. Discussing both of these scholarships will help provide an answer to the question of how. So first things first, where and why? As I've mentioned previously, my experience abroad took place in Cambodia, particularly in the Mondulkiri province at the Elephant Valley Project. I attended this program in order to gain more experience in the field of exotic animal conservation and rehabilitation. I did this because this is the exact career that I hope to pursue after graduation. While in Cambodia, I not only studied elephants in their natural habitat, but observed givens while walking through the forest at 4 a.m., harvested and propagated bamboo, and visited the eighth wonder of the world, Angkor Wat. To me now, even talking about it, the trip sounds like a dream. However, I know from experience that I was only able to make it happen with a lot of hard work and some big financial help. So this brings us to the how. In total, my program costed roughly $9,500. Out of pocket, I ended up paying about 1,000 of that with the money I made from a part-time job. I was able to get $1,500 of it covered by summer financial aid. This leaves the remaining $7,000 to be covered by scholarships. As mentioned before, the two that I utilized was the Purdue Moves Study Abroad Scholarship and the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship. Purdue Moves is a scholarship open to all undergrad students at Purdue. It is a one-time use scholarship guaranteed to students based on financial need and income. It can provide up to $3,200 worth of aid. The Gilman Scholarship is a federally funded scholarship available to all Pell Grant recipients. That's you. It too is need-based. However, it also has a competitive selection process. The process is worth it though, as you can receive up to $5,000 worth of aid. In total, I received $2,000 from Purdue Moves and $5,000 from Gilman, reaching the $7,000 that I needed to cover my trip abroad. Now let's take this one step further. How did I learn about my study abroad program and these scholarship opportunities? I first heard about my study abroad opportunities in my freshman success class with Purdue Promise, the very class that you're in right now. It was in this class, as well as throughout my meetings with my success coach, that I learned about Purdue Moves and the refunds that you can receive from financial aid throughout the academic year, as well as in the summer. It was through an appointment with the Study Abroad office in Purdue School of Agriculture that I found the program that fit me perfectly. The Study Abroad office assigned me with a personal study abroad advisor to help me through the application process, as well as to help me prepare for traveling. Finally, I learned about the Gilman International Scholarship through NISO, Purdue's National and International Scholarships Office. NISO held call-out meetings for the Gilman application, as well as workshops to help you write the application's essays. Overall, the takeaway should be that there is an abundance of resources around you to help aid you in your study abroad experience. and far more scholarships than the few that I touched on. This leaves me with one final piece of information to give you, a little bit of advice. If I could go back in time and tell myself one thing in my freshman year, I think I'd go back to the very day that my success coach spoke to us about the study abroad opportunities on campus. I'd look myself dead in the eye and I would say, go for it. I grew up in a household that would never have been able to spare $10,000 for a study abroad. I didn't believe for even a second of the entirety of my freshman and sophomore years of my college experience that I would ever be able to afford a study abroad, simply because I came from a low income household. So my advice to you is to go for it. Do all of the research, schedule and attend all of the meetings, and just believe that it will actually happen. I don't think it hit me that I was actually studying abroad until I reached the top of Angkor Wat on my third day in Cambodia. The realization, coupled with the view, brought tears to my eyes. So go for it. Go for it. Because it will happen and because it's worth it.